So yes, let's look at the syllabus for GS paper, prelims paper 1. So when it comes to prelims, it has two papers, GS, General Science, and CSAT paper. Let's look at the syllabus completely and particularly for GS paper. That is, it covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subtopics or 7 sub-subjects, we can say. So the main and the first important thing is current events of national and international importance. This is nothing but current affairs. So the first one is current events of national and international. National in the sense about India, and international, Indian relations with the other countries, about China, Pakistan, each and everything we have to learn. Current events. So what are the events present going on? They are very important. So nothing but simply we can say the first one as current affairs. Now, history of India and Indian national movement. So here we have to concentrate mainly on the history of India. Who are the different rulers who ruled India? And what about the British period? How was the period then? What are the different policies available? And Indian national movement. So Indian national movement is nothing but our struggle for independence and all. So each and everything we have to cover under the second subtopic. Let's look at the third one, that is Indian and world geography. Nothing but the third subtopic is geography. So under this we have to cover physical, social, economic geography of India and the world. So it clearly says that we have to cover geography in three angles, that is the physical angle. So what about the physical structure of India and world? What about the social, the relationships between Assam and India, Bangladesh and India, what are the border countries, everything. Now economic, let's suppose if we look at the Sri Lanka, recently they were suffering with the economic crisis. So in terms of economic also we have to look at the geography in geography point of view. That is nothing but in Kerala we produce more in terms of spices and all. So that comes under geography of Kerala into economic geography. So we have to cover both of India and the world. So let's look at the fourth one. This is Indian polity and governance. This covers the GS paper 2. So Indian polity and governance. Under this, we have to look at the constitution. So how the constitution was framed, what are the different articles, different parts of the constitution, and mainly how can we amend the constitution, what are the benchmarks to be followed while amending the constitution, about the legislative system and everything. And when it comes to the political system, how the rulers are elected, how the prime minister is elected, how the chief minister of different states are elected, each and everything comes under the political systems, representatives and the rulers. Next, Panchayati Raj. This is nothing but the local governments like Panchayati and the municipality. Public policies, what are the different policies available, and rights issues. So these are nothing but the fundamental rights and the new issues. Let's suppose if an incident takes place like Nirbhaya, then we will start a new one like that. Now, let's look at the next one. This is economy. Economic and social development, sustainable development, poverty, inclusion, demographics, social sector initiatives. Social sector initiatives, nothing but NGOs, non-governmental organizations. We have different NGOs and what are for what they have started and what's their initiative step, like that we have to cover economic and social development also. When it comes to the last but one, it is general issues on environment, ecology, biodiversity, about global warming and different types of pollutions, how the human is contributing towards the global warming, how can we reduce, what are the different steps available, like that, and climate change. So what causes the climate change? That do not require subject specialization. So that means we have to cover these topics, the basics, not we shouldn't go into the depth of these subjects like the ecology, biodiversity and all. We have to have the average knowledge, not the best knowledge in these subjects. That do not, you needn't be an environmental scientist like that. So that means, and general science, under this we say physics, chemistry and biology. Next, this is the complete syllabus for GS paper prelims, and when it comes to the CSAT paper, it is prelims paper 2. Under this, comprehension. Comprehension means they'll give us a passage and the 5 questions from the passage. We have to look at the passage and answer the 5 questions. And interpersonal skills including communication skills. So there are many interpersonal skills like the way we behave, the way we maintain our attitude and everything, including our communication skills also. So they will check the communication skills, nothing but the sentence framing, identifying the parts of speech. They might not ask simple or silly questions like identify the parts of speech. They might ask us to check our knowledge on our communication skills. Few questions related to that. Once we look at the previous year's papers, we'll get a clear idea on this. And next comes logical reasoning and analytical ability. So completely CSAT has two different topics. One is the English and the aptitude. Now, decision making and problem solving. When it comes to you have come across a problem and you have 2 to 3 solutions for that. What is the best solution you can pick? Like that, decision making and problem solving. General mental ability is nothing but the aptitude again. So they will ask us to solve few sums, and we have to solve that particular sums in less than 1 minute or prescribed time. So basic numeracy, numbers and their relations, order of magnitude, etc. Class 10 level. So they clearly mention that up to the level of class 10 students, they are going to ask you, not like a bank exams and all. They'll go into the depth of both aptitude and verbal. Here they will ask only the class 10th level. And when it comes to the last one, it is data interpretation. We have to look at the given data and identify the answers for the given questions. So the final one is data interpretation. They'll give the data in terms of charts, graphs, tables, data sufficiency, etc. like that. And they will ask us to find, let's suppose, how many, they'll give the data of the complete different types of newspapers and population who are reading. Let's suppose you will get a question like this: how much percentage of people in Hyderabad are reading the Hindu? Like that. So we have to look at the given data and we have to find the percentage of the people who are reading it. So this is the complete syllabus for prelims, both GS paper and CSAT paper.